Hi, everybody. It's Mark Rushton and MarkRushton.com. It is Saturday, February 19th, 2022. And this video is called, gee whiz, Red Paint. I guess I didn't update that. Well, that's, not very good there. Red Painting. Oh, what? I had it right over here. I swear I updated it here. It's, it's called Red Painting. And then we're going to ramble about our art store ramble. Yeah. And then we're going to talk about music royalties. With kind of three topics today. And so, yeah, first of all was the Instagram painting of the day. And this is from a few years ago. It's a red painting. It's acrylic on canvas, 24 inches square. And it is in a floating frame. And I remember when I was chasing galleries. When I was chasing galleries as a wee lad, I had submitted this in part of the portfolio that I had submitted, and I got news back to me that whoever I'd submitted the portfolio, I don't like red paintings, and I was like, oh. That's interesting. You don't like red paintings. Well, do any of your customers like red paintings? Do you know all your customers? And it was just like, I couldn't believe I heard that. And it always kind of stuck with me. And, I don't know. I like red paintings. I don't think there's anything wrong with the color red, particularly with the color of walls that we have these days. Everything is white and what's the other one? Gray. Everything's just dulled out gray or whatever color. I mean, if you're still in a house from the 90s and the early aughts, everything's still beige. Nothing wrong with that. You need that splash of color. Then you need it to pop. And this does it. This does it. And this is right on the interior of, come in my front door. And this is, well, maybe not the first thing you see, but the second thing you see, or it's right there. You can't miss it. Close the door, or on your way out, you can't miss seeing this painting right here. And so that's the purpose, isn't it? To take a look, spend a little time, when everybody's leaving and you're taking a look at the painting and it's got some stuff in there. If you spend a little time looking at it, maybe you'll see it in there. I don't know. So that was just like that conversation that I had, or that feedback or whatever. Red cup. Was just surprising to me at the time. It was just like, do you just reject all red paintings? Do the red paintings not sell in your gallery? I I don't know. What's the data on that? And that's I guess to dovetail over to the next topic of conversation, which is the forthcoming art store, and that's coming in the next couple of months, maybe sooner. Who knows? But I looked into some videos today on how everything's going to be set up, and there's a tremendous amount of metadata in there. There's metadata for each painting, which is, and this corresponds also to my music royalties. So, like, you need to have your metadata for your music royalties, but I really need to have metadata for the paintings. Every single color that's in it. Is it an abstract? Is it a landscape? Well, this is an abstract and a landscape. Is there red in it? There's a little bit of green in it. Is it square? Is it rectangle? How big is it? And what kind of frame is it in? That sort of stuff is what people may be searching for. They may be looking for. As I say with my music, people are looking for the kind of music you make. They're not looking for you. And so the same thing applies to fine art. People aren't looking for your painting. They're looking for the kind of painting maybe that you make. Like, I need something about 24 inches and square in this spot right by my front door. And boy, I'd love to have it in a floating frame. Here you go. Make me an offer, right? But actually, those offers will be available once I get the art store. Get the website and get that built. It's I'm not going to go into too much on the details there, but it's not really going to take me that long to make this sort of stuff available. And then, of course, not only will I be selling originals like this, I will be selling prints as well, prints. And but in the meantime, here, real quick, and I've talked about this here. I'm giving away a painting this month. This little desktop frame painting called Distrance. And this is a great way to start collecting my paintings. This is acrylic ink on Tyvek synthetic paper. It is mounted in there inside the frame, and it's in behind glass. It's under mat. And what is this? About a 5x7. It's a desktop frame, perfect for a mantle, perfect for a desk, perfect for a side table. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? And of course, when the art store comes along, this will be available in much larger pieces and at reasonable cost as well. So just because the original is being sold doesn't mean that this particular image is not going to be available. This will be available down the road because, as the artist, even though you sell original painting, you do, unless you sell off the copyright, you control the copyright. So you want to continue to be able to sell that image that you created. So if you sign up to my mailing list at markrushton.com, and I'm going to be putting out another email this month by the end of the month. And if you open that email, I do believe there's a way for me to figure out who opened up the email. If you're in the United States, I'll pack this up and ship it to you for free, just for fun, right? Start collecting my work. Isn't that great? And there'll be more down the road. So yeah, and it's like, what kind of stuff are you gonna have in your online art store? Well, in addition to, originals like this, we're gonna have things like the metal prints. Yeah, this is printed off and dye sublimation, and it's onto an aluminum sheet like that, and it'll have a slightly different hanging system like this. This is obviously from Shutterfly, and I'm not going to be using Shutterfly. I'll be using another company here. These are great. These are really great, and they scale up, and that you can touch it. It's not going to get damaged. I don't know how much damage you have to do to maybe poke it with a screwdriver or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what it takes to ruin it, but I'm not going to ruin it. But these are great on the wall, and they weigh hardly anything compared to these fellas. They get a little bit of weight in them because you got the cradle wood panel, you got the white matte wood frame, but people like these too, get the D rings. You got one of the look at this here. Look at this. So one of these ended up here, and one of these ended up underneath. So do a little repair job there. So you don't want your walls to get dinged up. So I put those little bumpers on there, but this is another great way of getting things on your wall. And they look great. So there's that. That's coming down the line here. Let's go and do this here. Let's bring that back. Let's make me a little bit smaller here, and then you're just listening at this point in time. So I'm kind of done rambling about the art store. So I kind of want to again tie this in with the music royalties. Do I like that better? I think I like that better. So, last few years here, streaming has been very, very good to me. And I don't know what to say. I'm eternally grateful for everybody who listens to my music. It's really wonderful. It's a great experience. And but the thing is, I'd like to take what I've learned here in the last couple of years with regard to getting listeners and try to port that over to the art store. And I think it's possible. It's not exactly the same bit of marketing or science or whatever, but I think I can figure out how to do that. Because really with the fine art, you're spending your time trying to get eyeballs, trying to get people looking at your stuff. It's not about SEO. It's not about advertising. It's about building that relationship with people and having people, find and stumble across. And I'm going to be out there presenting paintings. Eventually I will be out there standing in front of paintings and talking about them and promoting them into the art store. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm laying the groundwork right now with regard to all of that. I've got my mailing list that I built up over the years. I've got the followers on YouTube. I got all that sort of stuff. And so figuring out how to do all that sort of stuff and I don't know. Like I said, it was going to be a ramble. It was going to be a ramble about the forthcoming art store and how that ties in with music royalties. Well, with music royalties, eventually I figured out how the way that people were listening to my music, and I just sort of replicated that not en masse, but over a period of time, a little bit every single day, working on it, experimenting, trying different things out. Nothing's perfect. Some things die on the vine. Some things work rather well. And I guess I've sort of tried to do that with the fine art over the years, but I've made all the mistakes that a lot of other artists have made, and I'm done. I'm done making the mistakes. I'm done making the mistakes. And so, yeah, what I want to be able to do is let's get that out here. Yeah, this is what I want to be able to do. Show them up here, and talk about the work and get that done and get better at it too. Because one thing, in art, occasionally when I went to art school, we would talk about our works amongst each other, but it was really largely a historical point of thing. I can't even imagine how horrible it is today. Oh my God. I can just imagine. But 30 years ago, it was more on the historical basis of it, but it was never about selling. It was never about selling the artwork or marketing or trying to figure out how to have shows or anything like that. It was never about that. And everybody's kind of figured that out. Everybody's going to figure that out. A lot of people say, those liberal arts degrees are worthless, and they largely are, just because of what you're not taught, or why are you being taught this, or you should be doing. You just go to school for school. Any degree is a good degree, or any of that crap, which is obviously not true. But I do think art schools and art programs and stuff like that, they should require certain kinds of business classes. And I don't mean marketing classes or anything like that, but trying to have those artists who are in school, figure out a way to properly present their work in the modern era. It's we're not in the old days where galleries ruled everything or corporations ruled everything. Well, kind of, but or academia, or your big client's going to be the church, right? You're going to be painting the ceiling or whatever, right? I mean, you can do that. That's fine, but most artists just want to make their stuff and sell it and get it out there and have people view it, and that's what I'm in the process right now of kind of figuring out, getting into the habit. And the main thing is just doing these sorts of videos, getting to know you, and having my website out there, having the mailing list out there, having the QR codes out there, and just everything else that I'm going to be learning here in the next couple of months. And it's an exciting time, because at my age, it's the last chance, right? It's the last chance to get it right. And over the years, I've had to raise a family, I've had a career, I've been busy with the music and everything like that. But the fine art, the making the paintings, all this stuff here in the background, it's something I do. And it's like, why can't I turn that catalog into a career? I've got hundreds of paintings on the walls, filed away. Why they don't do it? Brian Eno said they don't do anything sitting on a shelf. Got to get them out there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm already at 15 minutes, way past. I really don't want these things to go beyond 10 minutes. But when I say ramble, I mean ramble. I'm going to ramble a little bit here. I don't know. I'm joking. And to the person who showed up here on the live stream, awesome. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. And this will be available out on YouTube with the crazy URL, and out on Twitch as well. And then in the description there, you'll have all the other places where this is rebroadcast, which is a BitChute, Odyssey, HugeTube, and then also the Facebook page, right? Mark Rushton Gallery. It'll be out there. And then also on Blogger, which I don't have a little card for, but that's okay. All right. That's it for today. Like I said, it was a ramble. It's a bit of a ramble, a ramshackle ramble, but I'm trying to figure it out. So talk to you later.